Let's... There we go. Let's go on to the next one. This one is Emergence by Integer Man. The first game we played that made by a superhero. This is an action roguelike set in a cyberspace, where you play as a newly awakened AI on the verge of being exterminated. So yeah, it is 3D third-person shooter kind of thing. It's also taking its time to load. There we go. The help in the game menu for setting info and release notes. Okay, I didn't expect I was destroying the room as well, but take that room. I can zoom. We're off on an island. I'm vaguely reminded of Darwinia. Oh god, I'm seeing it on the preview, and yeah, it is not nearly as strong on my screen, but it's doing a thing. Okay, so this is apparently character selection, which doesn't exist. Exit ahead is blocked by a firewall. Capture all cores in a level. Yoink. Dude put his Trello board in-game. Props. Props to you, Integer Man. Yeah, I'll have to, I'll have to look at it, like, afterwards to just be like, how closely it matches what I'm seeing. I've destroyed the logic bomb. No more logic. I think there was monster infighting happening. I can kick around corpses, that's cool. Process Terminator has been terminated. The Terminator has become the Terminatee. Ah! So that's a, like, floaty jump spot. There is a definite, like, delay when I try to jump. Like, it takes a moment. I'm just gonna let y'all kill each other. Like, y'all can do that. It's cool with me. Right now, I don't like have a huge incentive to actually fight stuff. It's not a huge jump delay, but it's definitely, I definitely feel it. The outgoing port. It's 2 of the cores. I don't know where the others are. That's just some capacitor. Yeah, right now there doesn't seem to be any expectation of a precision movement or what have you. It's just, you know, to make it easier to move about. and to dodge and whatnot. Okay, you can go under chips. So you have that as a strategy option. Where is the last one though? Oh, it's up there. Yeah, they're 100% fighting each other. Oh, they're fighting me though. If y'all could just like take care of each other. And maybe let me go up. That's a bit finicky, like being able to ride these up. A little finicky. Yeah, easy enough first level. You can just run away from everything. Oh, wait, is that the only level in the demo? Is there just like a level? Let me check the Trello board. Are there versions of levels 2 through 5? Yeah, I guess they You got dead. I did. I got dead. I just wanted to dig and see what would happen. So yes, the water kills you. That's to be expected. Yeah, this was it marked as a pre-alpha. This is very early. So like, what am I looking at and being like, this needs to get fixed or this needs to get changed? It's got wrecked. I think like some stronger animation around shooting would be pretty valuable. Not essential, but pretty valuable. Mostly it's the movement stuff, the jumping in particular. Because playing this mouse and keyboard, like the third-person movement is actually fine. Maybe make these elevators like a little faster or more solid or something. I find the level of monster infighting kind of bizarre and humorous. Like, they're just killing each other out here. Might need to tone that down a little. You know, make sure the enemies are focused on aggroing the player and not each other. But I do think like having monster infighting is a good thing. Or at least like monsters are able to damage each other. It opens up some strategy here and there, like basically kiting enemies like this together so that they beat each other up. I'm just I'm just hopping in the middle of a war. Just trying to get past, just trying to get through. Just now noticing the mini map that tells you exactly where all the cores are. I kind of feel, depending on how big the levels are going to get, maybe get rid of that. Like, force the player to explore a little harder. I would have to kind of defer to Risk of Rain 2 on that. I haven't played that. I don't know if it has a mini map or not. But I feel like for this kind of 3D action roguelike, you might want to look at that game for a bit more inspiration. Because my understanding is that it does a lot of things pretty well. It did briefly lock up there for some reason. I think there was just a lot of action that I wasn't party to. Other than that moment, it's been running pretty smoothly, so that is good. I got like no time pressure or anything though. Like, I could hang out and just destroy everything if I wanted. Which I clearly do want to, because I'm doing that. I'm not actually, I'm not sure if stuff is spawning in or not. I didn't realize these would be destructible. Basically everything except these giant platforms and the cores is destructible. That could be an interesting thing to like play with a bit more. Like, if the game gets optimized well enough that you can have like a ton of assets in a level, then just like jam it full of stuff, and enemies be coming out of the goddamn walls, which would be a really interesting, intense level. Especially if you don't have a mini-map, so you don't know where you're meant to be going. Right. Loop. Okay, I'm pretty sure enemies are respawning at this point. Pretty sure. Which is not a bad idea. But again, it's like, how do you introduce pressure on a floor to keep the player moving? I'm also wondering what their intent is with multiple characters, like just different abilities or different like stat balances. What have you? Faction-based AI. Okay. So there actually would be like a bit of a war going on. Yeah, this is very basic, very early. We're here on the board, whereas in real time we would be over here. I don't know how far along this actually is now. But it's a reasonable start, I would say. The filter is a bit interesting. Again, I'm looking at it in the OBS preview, and it's doing a moire. It's doing a proper moire up in there. I can't imagine how it actually is on stream itself. And I don't know how well things are advancing in the dev cycle. Hey, Waffle Soup, how's it going? Sorry I couldn't run into you over in Chicago. But as I was saying earlier, this week has been a whole thing. Yeah, Emergence, absolutely pre-alpha, clearly very early. But mechanically, it's in a decent place already. Has room to improve, and I think it needs that. And obviously, with it being so early, it's pretty limited in mechanics and all that. And so I don't know, what's going to be the spark that makes it distinct, makes it interesting, makes it, something that you would want to play over something else. I think it's too early to really assess that one way or another, unfortunately. All this pizza talk in my chat. The pizza game was earlier. Yeah, that's one that's almost too early to render verdicts. I'm not arguing against pizza. I'm simply observing the volume. So yeah, I'm kind of I kind of don't have much else that I can say about Emergence. There's not much there to work with yet. But yeah, I'm not super worried about their ability to make a competent game with this. Unfortunately, the market is such that competent is kind of your bare minimum. So hopefully there are interesting designs planned out after it.